On Thanksgiving Day, when two children get abducted, Keller, Dover, and Detective Loki separately try to find the kidnapper before time runs out. This is Prisoners.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving!
Anna!
Can I take Joy to our house?
Wear a hat, please. You're just getting over a cold.
Where are your sisters?
I can't find them.
Anna? Joy?
I checked the entire house. They're not here.
They weren't outside. It's starting to rain, I think. Yeah, there's this RV, and they were playing on it. We thought there was someone inside.
You wait here. Let me go.
I couldn't find them!
911.
Detective Loki.
Do you have children, Detective?
I'm gonna find your daughters.
Caller reported an RV was parked at a rest stop off Route 46.
Show me your hands! Where'd you put those girls? Where are they?
What do you got?
We didn't find anything. This thing's clean.
That boy has never been in trouble a day in his life.
They're letting him go.
What?
The police said they're letting him go today.
Why aren't you sending someone out to go arrest this guy?
Well, he has the IQ of a 10-year-old. There's no way he could abduct two girls and then make them disappear.
Maybe he wasn't on his own.
We're considering all possibilities.
I don't think you are considering all possibilities.
Just let me do my job.
4 days have passed since Anna Dover and Joy Birch were last seen by their families.
I have 9 level 3 offenders living within a 10-mile radius.
Keep knocking on doors.
Mind if I take a look around? Why don't you tell me his name?
He said he took them.
Did he say he was with anybody?
We found something.
Every day, she's wondering why I'm not there. Me, not you! Not you! But me!
What in the world did you do? Someone has to make him talk, or they're gonna die. 5 days have been gone now. We're running out of time.
You don't even know that it's him.
You have to know someone, and he knows where this guy is. Why aren't you telling me?
This ain't right.
Why?
This guy's a fake. The girls are still out there.
Hi, welcome to the Budget Review. As always, I'm your host Kenny, and today I'm joined by a Steve.
Hey, no Nick or Julian. This is where we take away this show.
We're in a very intimate set right now. We just got back from watching the new movie Prisoners, starring...
4 hours ago.
Yeah, 4 hours ago we just spent about 3 hours talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 and about 1 hour talking about Jurassic World and my script for it, but that's for a different video. And Prisoners is the new psychological thriller starring Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a rather long movie, but it was very enjoyable according to us, and you'll see when we get to our ratings that we did actually really enjoy this movie. It's probably, I think it's our highest rated movie since we started doing these reviews.
Not mine.
I think in total, averaged out, it's probably the highest.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's 2 of us, yeah.
So, Steve, how was the plot?
I really enjoyed it. I love psychological thrillers. I was a big fan of Zodiac, Seven, and when I was watching this movie, I saw the trailers. We discussed this off the camera. This reminded me a lot of Zodiac, and I was a big fan of the movie. And yeah, I just like different character interactions and just trying to find out the facts and try to prove the innocence or guilty.
I've never even seen Zodiac, and it reminded me of Zodiac. Try and get that one. I really enjoyed the plot. I like how it's not... You have two different characters, and they both go about trying to solve the same problem in different ways, and they don't really get along, but they don't really interact either.
They don't hate each other. But they don't like each other. They're just trying to do their job the way they want to.
There was like a begrudging respect for the other one. Like, Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Loki, Detective Loki, respects that Hugh Jackman's character is trying to save his daughter, but it's just that the way he's going about it is getting in the way of the police investigation. And at times, Hugh Jackman's character blames Detective Loki, but it's not a hate, it's just a, you're not helping me and I need to save my daughter. And, you know, we're talking this, so what do you think of the characters? Did you enjoy them?
I really enjoyed Hugh Jackman's character, Keller Dover. I'm surprised I remember the name.
You couldn't remember when we were doing the intro.
Oh. And Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Detective Loki. And I didn't problem with anyone, and especially the I forgot his name, but who plays Alex. He was very creepy, and he was pretty much like #1 suspect. Like, okay, this guy had to do it. And I was surprised about Detective Loki. I don't know. Aside from the trailers, I was like, Jake Gyllenhaal, I think he'd be good. I didn't think I would like him as much as the movie went on. I really related to him. I don't know, I just enjoyed his character.
Yeah, I have to agree. From the trailers, when I first saw the trailer, and I did actually really enjoy it the first time I saw it, I got really excited from it. But I felt like the way they portrayed Detective Loki is he came across as someone who like didn't really care about the job, and like he was just not actively pursuing the case, and that's why Hugh Jackman's character stepped in. But in reality, they're both pursuing it. They both actually get to the same ending. It's just and almost at the same time, it's just that they go about it 2 different ways. And what I liked about Hugh Jackman's character is when I looked at him, I did not see Hugh Jackman, which is very important when you're writing. You don't want a character that you look at and say, "Oh, that's the actor." That's it.
Also, I really enjoyed Hugh Jackman's character because it felt very real and realistic.
Yeah, he was real. That's very important. He was real. You could see a father actually acting in the way he does. He's not rational because it's his daughter is missing.
Oh, and does he take actions on it, right? Jesus Christ.
One thing that came up when we were discussing before shooting this 4 hours ago, I can't remember. One of the things that we mentioned when we were discussing it so many hours ago was that there was a problem with the pacing a little bit. There would be some fast-paced scenes, and there weren't really seemed to be enough. You brought that up.
Yeah, like I said, you'll see from my rating, I really enjoyed the film. I don't know. There was a couple of scenes I kind of wish they were a little more fast-paced to create more tension and get my heart pumping, get me on the edge of my seat. I mean, there were a couple of scenes I was like, let's get a move on already.
It was a 153-minute long movie,
yeah,
so there were going to be some slow
you're going to have those moments. But all I wish is that there was just a little more faster scenes.
Yeah, that happened to me a few times. It's like, there are parts where I really didn't enjoy it, but the problem was that it would get slow, and I would know it was getting slow. I could understand why it's getting slow, like they had to develop something. But I would just be like trying to like, get through this scene. Just get through this scene, then you'll see something interesting. And it was boring, but I did really like it. I did like the characters developing. I liked everything about it. And I also enjoyed the psychology of the characters. Is there anything in that you want to touch upon?
Psychology of the characters?
Yes. Well, there were some psychological issues being brought up with these characters.
Yeah. Especially Hugh Jackman, every time I got intense, it kept on slamming things. I mean, you really get the feel of his character he really wants to find his daughter no matter what. And when you're watching the movie, you see he'll pretty much, well, maybe not do anything, but he went pretty far as he maybe could have gone. But, yeah, then there's a couple of things with drugs.
Yeah.
And
there was the issue with the crazy guy. And the other crazy guy. All the crazy people.
Oh, yeah, with the mazes.
Yeah, there was that guy who... The people we went to see did not understand his character. I hope they don't watch this. They know who... You know who you are.
Well, I'll give you a hint. One of them... I don't know why he's still... Why would we bring him?
I don't know. The good news is he moved out of the set.
For good, hopefully.
And one last thing, before I get to my one last question, I want to point out that I actually really enjoy psychology. It's one of my favorite things to look at when I'm reading books or watching TV shows or movies. I like trying to understand why people are doing this. I like understanding the different problems people have. And I actually really like the characters and how different their psyches are. And that being said, that's all I have to say on that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Dude, when would you say you probably got hooked up into the movie?
I think I got hooked right away. I think once you have the scene where they're all looking, And the scene is actually in the trailer where they all run and they're like, they weren't here. That's when I got hooked. I'm like, well, then where are they? Because I know from the trailer that they're not going to be in the RV. So that kind of hooked me in. Like, okay, now where do we go?
I remember they got right into it and they didn't drag it on for a while.
They didn't try and get into this long detailed thing about the family.
That was a good thing. I mean, you said the movie was 153 minutes.
Yeah.
At least I would say 130 of those minutes is the whole, basically, the investigation.
Yeah, there's not really much.
And that's what I really enjoyed. Go back to your question.
One of the things we talked about that got brought up after the movie was the ending. Everyone had different opinions, and we can all understand why the movie ended this way. But what was your take on it?
Well, no spoilers, but I'm trying to see how we can do this without spoilers. I just wish it was a little more...
conclusive?
Conclusive, yeah, thank you. I just wish it had a much better ending. I mean, those endings I don't really have a problem with if they're done well. It's just I prefer more conclusive endings. I don't like there being interpretation. I don't know. I'm just that kind of person.
I kind of wish that there was a more definitive, conclusive ending to wrap it all up. But I can kind of understand that you want to see that you. Part of it is you want the audience to think of it how they want to think of it ending. You don't want to tell people it's either happy or it's sad. You want people to kind of figure it out on their own based on what they know from the characters. And after 153 minutes, you kind of know how the characters think and what their motives are. So, it's time to wrap up. And what's your rating and any final thoughts?
I give this 4 out of 5. And any final thoughts? If you like we said, if you enjoy psychological thrillers, if you, like I said, you enjoyed Zodiac, or you're just a fan of these actors, actresses, you want to see some intense action, this is the movie for you.
I gave it a 4.2. I think that this was probably the best written movie we've seen so far on this show, and that alone should just really make you interested in watching it. If you like anything psychological, you're going to enjoy this movie. I can't say that. I hope you go see it.